Hey everyone, Michael here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I just want to do a quick breakdown on some of the trades I called out in my Discord group last week. And if you're not in my Discord group, there's a link in the description. You can go ahead and click it and join for free, and oftentimes I give free signals and just whatever I'm looking at for the week to give you a breakdown, and hopefully it will help you with your trading as well. But the biggest thing is just to create a group of traders that we can all vibe out and learn together. So last week was a pretty good week. We did get a 200 pip runner and also 100 pips over here, but we also incurred our second loss of the month. So total is 44 wins, 2 losses, and 8 break-evens. So that's 96% for the month, and every trade I take was called out in the Discord group. Overall, not a bad week. So let's go over to my chart over here and start off with this trade, and we'll talk about the 200 pips runner later. So this first one was a pretty simple trade. We basically saw a bearish momentum coming down, and then you can see how it broke through this order block over here, creating a breaker. And then price came back into this fair value gap, tapped into the 50% level, and then came down. And that's where we took our entry for a nice 23 pips over here. So pretty simple trade. We just wait for a retracement coming back into our breaker and our fair value gap, and then had our confirmation before we took this trade down. Almost zero drawdown, so that was a pretty good trade. Here's another one over here. You can see we have our order block over here. Tapped into our order block, and then it rejected, and that's where we took our trade down. Now there's a lot of opportunities to get in here. Like once it rejected, came down, broke structure, and then went back into this fair value gap, and you can take your entry over here as well. Now this one was pretty interesting. I actually wanted to get in here, but I want to see more confirmation. But it was a really nice rejection off this trend line. So you can see it broke this trend line, retest, and then you see the price went down. But I needed more confirmation before I took the sell trade. But overall, this was a really nice sell trade over here. Now, this was the 200 pip trade that I called out in the Discord group. And it was really due to news, because I saw this bullish run up and how the structure was forming. And if we look to the left, we can see that the price tapped into this area over here. So if you draw this over, it rejected off this order block here, and then the price went down. Now, when the news come out, of course, we have to be very careful, but we saw this rejection and we saw a lot of liquidity build up over here, and then Asian high was tapped into. Now, most likely it's seeking liquidity from the other end, and the news came out and was actually bearish for gold, and that is why we had this massive drop off, and that's where we took our sell over here. So you can see it tapped into this order block, and then we have this massive rejection over here, and then price came up to around the 50% level, and that's where we took our entry, and then we took this sell down. Now the price did hover a little bit over here. We took our partials, set break even, and then now this trade is risk free, and then we just let this ride out through NYSE, and then we took this trade down. Of course, this rejection is where we got out, and then the price bounced up again. So this is a pretty nice trade that we caught, and all to do with understanding liquidity and where the price is tapping into, and it's just overbought in this area, and then it needs liquidity to move up again. And then we did call a few more trades over here. Again, we saw this trend line break, retest. We got in on the retest on this trade down, and that is roughly 34 pips over here. And here's another one that we called out as well. You can see that the price tapped into supply order block over here, And once it tapped into it, we saw this strong rejection coming down. And then we can see a market shift over here, came back. And then as it went down, that's where we took our entry. And then it did hover a little bit in drawdown before it actually pushed down, but it did play in our favor. And after this beautiful sell-off over here, you can see the smart money reversal. And it's basically a market maker model over here. And we just got in looking at the rejection off the 50% level. And then we got in on this buy to the top. So that was a nice sell to buy model over here. And then just scrolling to the right. And I believe, yes, this was Friday. So this one was actually a prediction I posted in the group, told the group if it broke support over here, then you can anticipate a sell-off. And that's what happened. I did get in a little bit early off this rejection, but we had a sell stop over here and then the price did sell off. So that was just anticipating what the market would do, because the market was aiming for the Asian lows over here, and that's where you see liquidity was taken before it went up. And then by the end of the day, I did not take this one personally, but I did call it out because I was off my charts. But before I went off my chart, I told the group, hey, it's a potential to buy over here. And I just marked it on my chart, but you can see how this one played out, which was unfortunate because I didn't get in. This one was over 200 pips. So pretty crazy ride up. And that's because we have our algo line drawn out over here. You can see multiple rejections off this line. Right here, right here, right here. I deleted it for this video, but that was the line I have drawn out for our algo line. And it's just a nice bounce off this line. And then I did not expect this massive pump up. This was due to the invasion later on the day, but I did call a buy order and it just drove up. And then that was Friday. So those are just some of the trades that I called out in my Discord group and just what I see on a daily basis. It's nothing too complicated. You just have to understand price action and just really be patient for the trade to come to you. You don't want to chase any trades. You just want to make sure you understand where the price is going, where liquidity lies. And when you understand that, trading becomes much simple and your win rate will increase as well. But if you want more information, you can check out my Discord group. And I do post my breakdown in the Discord group as well if you're interested. So the link is in the description. Hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.